Oh, he's getting it now.
Hey everyone, welcome to Heavy Metal Custom. Today, of course, we'll be getting back on our 62 Comet project, and we're going to work on the door latches. Let me bring you in closer and let you see what we got and what we have to fabricate in order to make these doors latch and work properly. Alright, I've already taken the lock mechanism out. I'm going to have to rekey it so that it will work with the Mustang key, but we still have the assembly is in the door, and it works. This one's a little sticky, so we're going to have to work on it, but it still functions. It pushes the lever and releases the door latch. But what we don't have is the, I reckon you call it the striker plate. So we're going to have to make one of them, and we're going to do a really just easy, simplified version. What I've done so far is I went ahead and cut out a plate. And as you can see, that will go up in there. I don't know if I can get it right. Okay, just like so. And that goes in there just like that. And what we're going to do is actually take this piece of exhaust hanger, and this will be our actual striker surface that it catches on. And how we're going to do that? Well, what we're going to do first is take this thing and just cut it in half, and then we're going to cut it across here, and then we will weld each half to a door striker plate. But let me get them cut, and then I can show you a little bit more and make you understand what we got going on with this. Like I say, I think this is going to be a simple project, and it's going to work out great for us. Alright, I got that piece cut and welded, as you can see. Now let's get her bolted in here. See if we've got anything close to a fit or anything's actually going to work. I don't think it's tight enough to try. At least we've got plenty of adjustment on it, or a decent amount. Close. Like we need to go in just a little bit more. Now, that right there is not too bad. I think we need to go in just a tad. But shape. Of course, when everything's painted and reassembled and whatnot, we can find parts of adjustments, but I think that our general idea will work out pretty good. Cool. I told you that'll be pretty simple and pretty straightforward. So I've already made a template of this for the other side. I'll go ahead and get it done and finished, and then we'll move on to something else. Well, I got both of these done, and I added, we'll call it a flange or what have you, here at the top, because my concern was that once that thing is latched, maybe that door can go up and get sprung or something and accidentally open. We don't want that. But here's what we got. It ain't going nowhere, and click. Shut and open. Yep, we like that. I think the next thing that we need to do on this is get these front fenders done. And yes, I know I have more of a gap here than I do up here. But when I adjusted this door, I have this too tight right here. So this door will actually go like that, which will pretty much correct that gap. And we got to make all these panels anyway. So that fender is where it's at. It lines up good with the hood, and I've done got the pieces on the front, so it's good to go. So what we're going to do here is got to cut some of this out, because right now the car will just barely roll. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to grab, I got two of these, use one for each side. We'll take and cut around here, and hopefully we can just use this, get it cut out, put it up there, draws a line out and cut it, and this will fit in there just fine and get it welded up. And the reason I'm using the Mustang front fender to fix this front fender, or modify this front fender, is because on the rear, that's what we use over top of the tires there. This way, the front and the rear will match because of this big flat area right here and the way that the curve is. So it'll look aesthetically correct, I reckon is what I'm trying to say. All right, well, enough yapping. Let me grab my gloves and grab my swivel head shear. You know, that's that swivel head on it. Well, that much turn. Well, I don't need to turn it, but anyway, that's cool to know. And go ahead and get this cut out, and that way we can hold it up there and move it around, adjust it, and just see where we need to cut this fender at. Alright, I got this first cut here done. And I think that's all we're going to need for this project. That'll do it. What I'm going to do here, let's see, I need a spacer to sit up there, maybe, I don't know. Just hold it and see. Don't want to cut out too much. I want to cut out enough, that's for sure. Cut out this section here first, and tell us what's going on. So that's going to give us 3 fingers up there. The suspension cloud. Yes, I need a little bit more. I'll cut on the upper side of that black mark right there. Alright, well, we're getting it there. I've cut some more off the red fender, and I got a height over here. And how I measured that, I got the 95 sitting right here. And if I go to the, and it's got factory rims on it, so if I go to the back tire, the top of the back tire, the fender weld is exactly 5 fingers. Now on the front, it's 4. So that's what I've done here. I got 5 back there. Now I got 4 here. Yes, that precision measuring going on there. Hey, stuff like that works. So don't nobody give me no about that. Now what I need to do is come in here, look at the black line, and you can cut a lot of this out. Put that move in. Like I said, I don't want to stick down like I'm going to drive the truck. So we're going to have to do some trimming here. Get this to line back up with the original fender. Let me go ahead and cut this off and go ahead and cut this piece here because I want to keep this swoop body line back here at the back. And might as well go ahead and, no, I'll wait. I'll wait on this front piece until we get it set in, because I'm going to have to be really dead on that piece like that. Well, here's what I got for a close to final fit. And I think it's going to work out really well. There's sure going to be some blending going in here, because what I'm going to do is just grind this fender and weld this directly to it. Yes, overlapping it. Then I'll come there with some fiberglass and blend all this out, which I think will look pretty good. We're going to have to do a little mashing as we go along and weld. We'll use a big clamp, mash, weld, get that all in there. But now we can turn the tire. We got a good space. It's appropriate, and in my opinion, it looks good, and it matches the rear as well. All right, well, I've done marked my line. We'll go ahead and take this back off, get all of that paint ground off there, and get down to some metal where I can weld. And the good thing is, so far, I've been cutting on this fender and whatnot, I've not hit a spot of Bondo or rust. So except for the inside here where the headlight housing goes, which I can see some rust in there, the rest of this fender is good, so we lucked out on this one. I know the other one's in a lot worse shape. We'll have to do more, but let's go ahead and get this one knocked out. There we have it. Well, you know, the heater kicked on since I started talking. Got a gutter all welded in there. Of course, a lot of grinding, and I've got some more welding to do here and there, but this is generally how it's going to be. And in my opinion, of course, I've done it. I think it looks fine. Get all of this blended in good. Brought that piece of metal down there. I'll come in here and cut this, trim that out where it's the same thickness as this, and tape this back in. I think once all the little particulars like that are done, then she'll be fine. And if we end up leaving these, what are they, 17s? I think they're 17s. I thought they were 17s or 18s. Yeah, 17s. If we end up leaving these rims on there, we still got plenty of room for them, no problem. We got our passenger side knocked out. There was a little bit of Bondo in here. We went ahead and ground all that out, cleaned it up, and that's not going to be an issue. What's under there? But what we do have here is I found some rust here when I was grinding. That's why I quit, and I didn't weld this tab in here. Once we get the fender off for final body work and getting it ready, we'll cut this out and make us a new patch panel for that, and then get that all done. But the front fender pieces off the Mustang worked out perfect, just like they did for the rear. I am just really happy with the way that turned out. Well guys, I know this has been a short one compared to what I usually do, but I'm going to go ahead and call it for this video for this week. And all in all, considering I worked on the convertible a little bit this week, I think we still got some good stuff done on the Comet. My goal next week, I reckon we're going to go ahead and do the doors. Of course, the driver's doors will have to be cut about midway and remade. This door here will just have to be cut about right here. Just a little rusty on the bottoms, and I'm going to do it all. But I think that'll be a good project. Get the doors done, we'll go ahead and get rocker panels made and get all that welded in. Plus, there ain't no telling what else we'll get into. Just whatever time allows and what I'm able to do. Well, everyone, I hope y'all enjoyed that. I appreciate you watching. Like I say, remember to tune in next week for more. Until then, if you would, drop me down some comments. If you're able, hit us up on Patreon. And please, like, share, and subscribe. Again, thanks for everything. And until the next one, I hope that y'all have a fantastic day.